Alright everybody, welcome to the Inspire Cup Series live from Fuji. Yes, we're going across the border tonight to Japan for this race. And right now, Ben Knert, Mike Hauser, Aaron Stanton, who was actually racing tonight, I'll be damned, runs third. Jackson Hadaway, Travis Farmer, your top five. Right now, the driver's numbers, gonna try to get them to reload here. All right. But I like the driver's numbers are going to reload for tonight neither, so we're going to go back to the stereotypical font. Right now, a lot of things to cover, such little time. The points coming into tonight. Well, let's just say there's a cushion so far entering tonight. A cushion for Chris Liotta and Jackson Hadaway, that is. Hunter Azell needs a perfect race tonight. And of course, being that Hunter not technically the best at the road courses, is going to be interesting to see if he can pull a rabbit out of the hat and shrink this points gap to where he can have a good run at arguably one of his best tracks, Talladega, next week. And right now the gap entering tonight to Jackson Hadaway is 35. He needs 35 points. Tyler Stone in a bit of a similar boat, needing 43. After last week's run in Chicagoland, that honestly saw one of the most action-packed races that we've had in a while. It all boiled down to, I believe, Thomas Hernandez, unless something drastic happens tonight. Hernandez is hopes for making the playoffs will be done. But still 2 races left, including tonight. So we're going to see. Right now, let's talk to a couple drivers before we get started. First, let's talk to the man who, well, this is kind of a one-off to start with. Aaron Stanton, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's up, Garrett?
Well, knocking off the rust a little bit. One-off appearance tonight. How confident are you in the car? And how confident are you that you can get the win tonight?
I'm not that confident. I'm just out here having fun.
Oh, boo.
See if I can pull off a top 5 or something.
Well,
It'll be hard to beat Ben.
I can tell right now, top of the board. All right, now I will ask you this: track condition wise, no, it's a little foggy. I know we're in the mountains, but Jesus. But really, how are the track temps? How's the car handling for your perspective, and what's going to be one of the challenging things we see tonight out of not just you, but the whole field?
She's handling pretty good. It's a little bit loose around the S's. I don't know if that's a setup thing or a track temp thing, but honestly, it feels pretty comfortable. I just got to figure out what Ben is doing different than the rest of us, you know?
Well, that's a mystery to some, right? Well, buddy, best of luck to you tonight. I won't keep you very long. Hopefully, when it's all said and done, we get to talk to you in the winter circle.
I think you're. Have fun up there.
Yep. Even me by my lonesome. So, yeah, I do not have a pit reporter for tonight. Speaking of which, she cannot get a word with Simtech Racing's own Ben Knert, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Do you got a copy? Try this one more time. Ben Knert, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Hello, yes.
There he is,
How's
by
it
God.
going?
Well, I'll ask you this first question. How'd the 24-hour go?
Pretty good. We won in our class, so very, very happy with that.
Well, you come to tonight. Can you take anything, of course, completely different tracks, hell, completely different countries. But the same concepts apply, different car, but again, same concept applies. What can you, is there anything you felt like you could have taken out of the 24 hour and try to apply it tonight? The other thing, always the fastest man in the road courses. But yet the last couple of times, I would like to say incidents early has affected the 46 at the end of these races. Is there a way to try to fix that, or is it just luck of the draw on some of these road courses? There's that, and what's the mindset going into tonight?
Yeah. So the Daytona 24 is all about like just staying consistent, staying out of wrecks. That's kind of what I'm planning to do today, because I haven't been so consistent. I've been getting in a lot of wrecks, and some of them my fault, some of them not, but that's just how it goes. But yeah, I learned a lot about just staying consistent in the 24, so hoping to apply those new skills in this race.
Buddy, best of luck to you tonight. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. And then the mindset going in is I just want to get a better hang of these cars on the road courses and stay more consistent. And I think I'm mathematically out of playoffs, so just prepping for next season, hoping to be more in contention then. And yeah.
Well, buddy, best of luck to you tonight. Fun fact for the viewers, Ben Knert has a win at the Daytona Road Course in this league, and then has won his class in the 24 hour. So next time we go to Daytona, be looking for the 46.
All right, thank you. Have a good night. See you soon.
Yep. Well, that's at hand. 55 minutes remaining, or 55 seconds remaining, I should say, in practice. And right now, Ben Knert, Mike Hauser, Travis Farmer, Hayden Williams, Aaron Stanton, the top 5. As the field gets set, Matt Morrison is in the house tonight in the number 1 machine. Again, the points coming in. Jackson Williams holds 35, or Jackson Hadaway holds 35 points over Hunter Azell coming into tonight. Right now, Azell 17th, Jackson 8th on the speed charts. Chris Laoda as well holds a comfortable gap. Right now, after tonight, as qualifying continuing, or finishing up, I should say. But my calculations, Elijah Fisher, Travis Farmer, Colt Ward not here tonight, but Colt Ward on the list. Mike Hauser, Hot Shot Josh Henderson, Jason Williams, Stephen Henning Jr., Cade Cannon, and the way I see it, and Chris Laoda. Well, first off, from Elijah to Cade Cannon, all should be virtually locked into the playoffs after Talladega. Chris Laoda, if he can gain 14 points over Jackson Hadaway, Chris Liotta will be locked in to the playoffs. For Jackson Hadaway tonight is just one mission. Just one. That is stay in front of this man, Hunter Rozelle, on the track. Because again, the gap, 35 points entering tonight, is going to need to be a big gain for Hunter Rozelle or a big loss. Or a big loss for... As a matter of fact, I've got it wrong here. Anyway, it's got to be a big gain for Hunter Rozelle to try to knock off Jackson Hadaway entering Talladega. Well, Hunter Rozelle at plate tracks. Runner-up 2 times, both on the plate tracks at Daytona. Did not have the best of finishes at iRacing Super Speedway, but nonetheless showed that he was there in contention. Right now, among other drivers tonight, right now, Mike Hauser fastest through Section 1. Kennert. Well, Hauser right now still the fastest through Section 2. I think he's the only driver through Section 2 first off. Nope, a couple other ones. Mike Hauser down the long front straightaway. Hauser's first lap. Survey says the time to beat a 47.51. Travis Farmer 41, 840. Hauser's in the same range as what Kennert was in practice. Thing about it is, Joseph Maddox a 44, 886. Right now, we're just going to watch Ben Kennert coming off the final corner. Right now is in the ballpark range to knock Mike Hauser off the top. Across the line. Kennert's got it. 139, 864. Ben Kennert, top of the board. Hunter Rozelle still trying to make his first lap. Jason Williams. Williams, of course, this is his, actually he is on the clock as a matter of fact. Stephen Henning Jr. switching things up tonight. Henning kind of all over the place, gets through it. Nope, yep, saves it. Raging Idiot Racing Network car in full strength tonight. And Henning pulls that off to the grass. This is not going to be a fun night for Stephen Henning. Hot Shot Henderson. Well, Josh Henderson, of course, pretty much a virtual lock in his own right. Entering tonight. Right now, Hunter Azale. Henderson goes way wide. Almost goes out of left field. Hunter Azale's second lap, 146.80. Hot shots to put his name on the board. Survey says will not count. Neither lap, actually. He's just going to loop it around. Tyler Stone, another one of them, needing a big run tonight. And right now on his second lap, and it will not count, as a matter of fact. It might. Showing good pace. Well, we got him moving into the action. Tyler Stone, now it ain't going to count. See, can't get a word with Mike Hauser. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Well, we thought 140 was fast. Kind of the limit we saw in practice, and then we see Ben Knurt jump up with his lap time. That's not the question I wanted to ask you, though. I will ask you from Falcon Motorsports standpoint, from what we've heard from a couple of drivers, is there the risk of perhaps blowing the motor down the front straightaway? Heard that the cars are hitting the rev limiter a little early.
Yeah, with the gearing package we have here, we are hitting the rev limiter pretty early, but I don't think it should be an issue. I mean, at least I haven't been behind enough cars. I think if the draft really starts to come into play, it could. So maybe you should start lifting early, just lifting off the gas. Definitely got to keep an eye on your oil temperatures, your water temperatures. But at least in my own practice sessions when I was by myself, I didn't have any issues with the motor blowing or overheating issues. But I guess we're gonna have to find out in the race. I guess my concern is I don't know what shortcut Ben took to get that lap. I thought that was the fastest lap I could muster up was a 147, and he just goes and blows me out of the water. So it's going to be an interesting race for sure tonight. Definitely want to try to capitalize on points tonight. I think tonight's going to be our last best shot to score points and maybe even go for the win before the end of the regular season, because I don't really want to put my cards on Talladega.
I don't blame you. My last question I got for you. Roles reversed tonight after what we saw at Mid-Ohio. After what we saw at Mid-Ohio, roles are reversed or even the roles are the same. What's the game plan to try to upset the 46 like you did in Mid-Ohio?
That's going to be pretty tough to top tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. Honestly, I think tonight you got to be fast, obviously, but I think we definitely need to take care of our tires. I don't really know how well Ben has been. I mean, he's a good road racer, so I'm sure he knows how to take care of his stuff. But I think just not burning your stuff up too fast is going to be really important, because it might only be a one-stopper, and you don't want to be running really fast out the gate and then you're running like 2-3 seconds off your pace for the rest of the run. So just don't beat ourselves. Just try to be consistent. And if we have a shot to take a stab at Ben and go for the win again, then we're absolutely going to. But I think tonight we just got to take what the car can give us and hopefully come out of it with the top 5.
All right, buddy. Well, best of luck to you now. I'll let you get ready for the grid here.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. And with that being said, starting lineup for tonight. Well, no surprise. Ben Knurt, top of the board for tonight. Mike Hauser to his outside. Elijah Fisher, Matt Morrison, third and fourth. Travis Farmer, Chris Liotta needs 14 points tonight over Jackson Hadaway to lock himself into the playoffs. Christopher Rosca and Joseph Maddox will round out 7 to 8. Jason Williams, Hunter Azale, right now starting 10th. He will be in front of Jackson Hadaway, so a great qualifying effort for the 20. Robert Will Hoyt, Tyler Stone rounds out the fast 12. On down through the field, Stephen Henning Jr., the rest. And I understand the numbers are not showing up. I actually have to fix that right now. As for the rest of the field for tonight, There will be, based on iRacing's discretion, Aaron Stanton, Hayden Williams, Kay Cannon, Jackson Hadaway, Josh Harrison, Bobby Hadaway, Ryan Hindenleader. Your top 20, and that is the field for tonight. So right now, waiting on Ben Knert to try to get in.
All right, man. Like
And Ben Knert is going to miss the start.
We are not going green.
I'll be damned. But then that'll make it a lot. That'll make a Falcon Motorsports front row. Well, bummer for Knert. Opens the door for Hauser and Fisher. Well, hopefully we won't get no cautions like we did at Road America the last time we were at a road course. See if we can't dial up a couple more drivers here. Hunter Rozelle, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
35 points is the gap tonight between you and Jackson. What's it going to take? In all honesty.
I'm just not screwing up. Kind of surprised I qualified 10th. I'm not the best at road courses. I've practiced here as much as I could today, so we'll see if it pays off. But I mean, really kind of hoping for other people to have kind of a crappy race and us able to capitalize on it. I know that I don't really want to be in a must-win heading into Talladega, so but yeah, as long as we can walk away from here with a good finish and, you know, being able to close a little bit of that points gap, I've got a little bit of hope going into Talladega to be able to squeeze in there.
Well, buddy, it's going to be a hell of a day, hell of a night, really. Hopefully when it's all said and done, we can tell you that you have shrunk the points gap. Until then, best of luck to you tonight.
All right, thank you, man.
Yep. A couple more drivers in here. Oh. Ben Knert, what's the story?
Game crashed,
I'll be damned.
so I gotta start from the pits now.
I'll be
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
all right, buddy. Maybe there'll be a caution.
Maybe.
All right,
All
buddy.
right. Have a good night. I might see you. Maybe.
Yeah,
We'll see.
maybe. All right, buddy. Best of luck.
Yep. Thank you.
Technical issues for Knert. See, cannot talk to a couple more drivers. Get Jackson in here. Jackson Attaway, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
What's up, Garrett Jenkins?
Well, not a whole lot I got to say. 35 points is the gap tonight between you and Hunter entering Talladega, entering tonight. Is there a plan to really try to keep the points gap the same? Where's the confidence level for the 8?
We're just gonna cruise like we're on a cruise to the Bahamas. We're just gonna ride around the back and go for some extra bonus points. So, yeah, hopefully we kind of get a good finish. And, yeah.
As for the car, really, is there anything that you've noticed about the car so far that could be possibly an issue, something that the field should be on the lookout for, or is the car pretty stable around this place?
It's stable. It's just, it'll get loose on exit. And this place kind of kills the tires really bad, so we'll have to manage the tires a little bit. And that's about it. It's not really running that bad.
Well, Jackson, best of luck to you tonight. Hopefully when it's all said and done, we can talk to you at the end of this thing.
Gosh, I hope so.
Good luck tonight, buddy.
Thank you. See you.
right now in the field on the 1 to green. As a matter of fact, they're coming down for the start. All right. Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher. The front row for tonight. Dr. Ben Knert with some technical issues. All right. First turn's kind of a doozy, almost a hairpin corner, but not quite as bad.
Green flag.
We're rolling. Fisher already gonna try to outbrake. Oh, Fisher overshoots it, as does Morrison. Well, both able to recover. Fisher back down to third. Farmer slides into second. Morrison loud in the top 5 as they go through the S's. Through the S into a carousel. Then gonna have a big braking zone up here. Right now, pretty much a clean first lap. Right now, Hauser fastest lap of the race so far. Well, right now, looking to be the fastest. Right now, Travis Farmer 1.5 back. Mike Hauser will come across the line. He will lead lap 1. Right now, Mike Hauser claims the bonus point for the fastest lap. On further back, Aaron Stanton right now working on Hayden Williams. This is for the 5th spot. Contact in the back, Jason Williams, Ty Stone, Kate Cannon. Ben Knert also gets a piece of it, Stephen Henning Jr. What in the world's happened? Jason, oh, Tyler Stone in the back of Will Hoyt. Cannon gets turned, there's the caution for it. Hey, Jackson Hadaway with some damage out of this. You say damage, rear chase camera. Oh, the whole front bumper's gone. The implications entering tonight. And that is not going to be easy to fix. I mean, well, you could get a new pumper, just get some push pins for Harbor Freight and push them in, but I don't think that's quite how it works. Well, let's go back and look at it again. Now, this is going to happen. Well, there's the caution. Then Knert won it. Thing about this, Knert gets a piece of it. There goes Williams around. Kate Cannon. Oh. All right, hold on. One thing at a time. I'd like to ride on board with. Also works for Kate as well. Matter of fact, the math was done wrong. I'm going to go ahead and admit that now, so we got to redo the points thing here in a moment. But first, Tyler Stone just does not get off the... Either not get on the brakes hard enough than what he should, or simply drives it in way too deep, locks it up. Let's ride on board with Jackson Hadaway. Again, you mentioned points. Well, Jackson, I'm about to say I thought he stayed out under this caution, but evidently he did not. Sees the contact, Cade gasses it up right in front of him. Tyler Stone's on board ought to tell us. Really, what in the name of Mike just happened? Big damage on Jason Williams' machine as well. Ought to be some wheel damage involved in that somewhere. Well, right now the field pace to see if we cannot get a word. Is there another incident? No. We cannot get a word with Jason Williams. Jason Williams, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Garrett.
Well, not the way that we wanted to start tonight. I know an innocent bystander in all this. First thing I want to ask, 2 good shots to the right side. How bad is the car hurt? Is the wheel knocked out of it? What's the damage like for the 40?
No, everything seems as good as normal, which I ain't much good on these road courses anyway, so I don't know if I could tell a good car from a bad car.
As for, of course, we know the ramifications coming into tonight. I'll ask him, mainly because I don't know if he's mad or not, and I ain't going to pull him up here right now, but how bad is the damage to the 8 from what you've heard?
Well, he kept saying something about his car was damaged, but he don't seem too upset, so I don't know. You know, I don't know how bad it is. I can see him in front of me up here, but I can't tell nothing about it really.
Well, buddy, best of luck from here on out. Hopefully when it's all said and done, we'll still get to talk to you at the end of the night.
Yeah, we'll hang around here in just the top 10 maybe.
Maybe so. Keep the streak alive.
That's right.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yep. Well, I'll tell you, a couple of drivers coming back in. Aaron Stanton, Hayden Williams, Robert Wilhoit, Jackson Hadaway, Cade Cannon all coming back in. Well, the bumper's still gone on that 8 machine, so as a field, we'll take the 1 to green here, see if we cannot get a couple more words. Cade Cannon, Garrett Jenkins up here at broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy, alright.
Well, son, not the way you wanted to start tonight. Summarize that. Summarize what you saw entering that corner.
All I saw was we were fine, everything was going clean, and then I saw the 22 absolutely just get damaged. I didn't even know he got hit. I thought he got deck coated, and then he got into the guy in front of him. They started spinning, so I'm like, all right, let me avoid them. And I got hit by a Sprite Cranberry, and he wrecked me, and then everyone just kept wrecking. And next thing I know, I'm down pit road. Thankfully, not too much damage, but hopefully a Mountain Dew will help us get back up there, and we can easily go, hopefully either get top 5 or win this thing.
Hopefully so. I got to ask, you ran 1 lap under green before the caution came out, sadly. What's one thing you're noticing with the track that the car's reacting to?
Turn 1 I thought was going to be more difficult, actually, but it actually isn't. I think what really is going to get a lot of people is, because last year when we raced this track with the ARCA cars, we had the little chicane area. We got rid of that this year, and I think that's going to get a lot of people, because some people are able to go through it a lot faster than others. And people may try to shoot around some people on the inside or outside, and then miss their braking points. I think that's going to be the biggest area of concern, at least in my personal book. When it comes to this track and these cars, though, it's felt fine so far. It gets loose here and there, but I think it's really just going to be who can stay on track more and not use up their tires as much, and also not get killed by Sprite Cranberries. But it is what it is, and I think the biggest thing is definitely don't over gas it up or anything like that. Also, don't try downshift or anything like that on the rumble strips, because that easily, I think, is going to kill you.
Okay, best of luck to you here. I'll let you get ready for the restart here. Hopefully, when it's said and done, we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Thank you, thank you.
Yep. Matter of fact, the one to green has been waved off, so they will go one more time. So we're under caution for the first time tonight after a multi-car incident if you're just joining us. Entering turn 1 at Fuji. That involves Jason Williams, Tyler Stone, Cade Cannon gets a piece of it. The big one, Jackson Hadaway. Getting some really good damage to that number 8 machine. Right now he has got the bumper back on the car. Well, the way it looked, I mean, Cade either hit him right in the right front, which could give him wheel damage, and or he hit him square enough that it has not affected the handling of the car. Only time will tell. As the lights on the pace truck finally out this time. Well, I got a moment of the action here. Gonna take one very quick step away just to be back in time to cover the restart. You're watching the Inspire Cup Series from Fuji. We'll be right back. Alright. Getting ready for the restart here. Career Racket, Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Travis Farmer, Matt Morrison, Chris Loda, Christopher Roscoe, Justin Maddox, Hunter Rozelle, Hotshot Henderson, Ben Kennert, the top 10. Alright. Field comes back down a long straightaway yet again. Alright, Hauser Fisher brings us down. We're rolling again. A lot of wheels spinning in the back. Drivers taking evasive action. The right-handed leader maybe spun his tires. Fisher this time is going to enter the turn. Go overshoot it again. Farmer and Gilmo spins it. He saves it. Matt Morrison gets through. Farmer getting through. Stephen Henning Jr. in the grass. Through it all. Mike Hauser and Chris Loda to the point. Here comes Morrison, Maddox, Fisher, top 5. Ben Knert has looped it around. Jesus. One of my proud sponsors tonight, Miller High Life. We're up. Sit back, watch the inspired cut race with a Miller. Sold in stores everywhere. And right now, Mike Hauser has led every lap so far tonight. Holds the 3 bonus points for leading the most laps right now. Morrison all over the back of Lyota. See Elijah Fisher wheeling that thing again. Yep. Right on board with Matt Morrison. Right now, Hauser has kind of slipped away from Lyota, 1.1 seconds. Biggest movers and gainers so far tonight. It kind of goes as follows. We're actually going to split the screen here. Or actually, no, we're not. Okay, that's right. Not more than 20 drivers. Right now, Hotshot Henderson, biggest mover of the race, up 10, Stanton up 8. Hayden Williams up 6. Biggest droppers so far tonight. Of course, Ben Knert started on pole. It has been a rough night, 4 to 46. But right now, running 14th. As we stand, Jason Williams down 8 after a contact earlier in the race. Actually, bring out the first caution on lap 2. Third K Kennedy up there, plus 6 as well. They are your biggest movers and droppers so far tonight. Right now, Lyota is working on Hauser. Needed 14 points over Jackson Hadaway, and right now, surrounding the cut line, Hunter Rozelle, 11th. Jackson Hadaway, 14th. Ben Knert right now getting around, as is Rosca. Knert's going to try to get around Rozelle, and that will give him right into the clutches of Jackson Hadaway. Well, of course, if Rozelle finishes 1 or 2 spots in front of Jackson, it's really not going to matter all that much. And there you see it, Jackson will get around Hunter Rozelle maybe a little bit better off the corner. The internet also plaguing Hunter as well. Oh, Chris Loda spun it off of whatever turn it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spun it off turn 5. Does get going, but again, the points, well, he's fine. You know, I mean, he might not gain the 14 points that he wants to lock in, but as long as he finishes ahead of Jackson and nothing happens, you know, he will be fine. Right now, Knert looking under Cannon for the 9th spot. Knert tried. Cannon able to fend him off for now. He got a thing from Chris Loda from 2nd down to 11th. Kane Cannon, black flag for Cannon, ferruled at least. He served it, he's good. But right now, Mike Hauser continues to lead over Morrison, Fisher, Farmer, Stanton, the top 5. Hauser continues to have some internet issues, though. Here's Stanton. Starting to come up through the field. Run on board with Stanton. He started deep in the field, 14th actually, and right now up to the 4th spot. And coming. Stanton is coming. Ever so slightly, but he's coming. Just take a moment here, right on board with Stanton. Really listen to it. First gear through that section of the track. Going to go up to second. Oh, no, we'll keep it in first. Right now, Elijah Fisher all over Matt Morrison. Right on board with Morrison. He's going to scamper away for the moment. But right now, Mike Hauser looking for his 2nd win of the season. However, they will both be on road courses. But with 26 laps to go, still a long way to go to determine this one. Fisher doing everything he can to get to it. Right now, on further back through the field, Hunter Zev has actually lost time to Jackson Attaway as we stand. All 3 bubble drivers. Right now, 11th, 12th, 13th. Of course, Tyler Stone, still a bubble driver in his own right, in 17th. But right now, it would appear that the chances of Tyler Stone, Henry Talladega with a chance to make the playoffs might be dashed after tonight. Well, I just had to wait and see. As Morrison and Fisher right now continuing to battle. Here's for Roscoe. Right now Roscoe back in 14th. Stephen Henning Jr. right now 18th, 37 seconds off of Mike Hauser. Ben Knert up to 6th. And Knert's coming. I mean, he is coming fast. I mean, you got to think. And he knows. He knows that he can win this race and get up there. So right now, I serve a bit of a black flag for cutting the course. No harm, no foul. Gets right back on it. Right now holds the fastest lap at a 1:41.200. All right, now Knert's got to deal with Hot Shot. Hayden Williams has gone around That's in the middle of the S's too. Going to be more points for Hunter, more points for Jackson, more for Azell. What happened to Jackson Hadaway? Goes to the inside. Knurt gets around him and just over throttles it. Doesn't kiss the wall, but has to sit there to be sure. Hey, just to be sure that he's not taking out anybody else. But right now, for Hayden Williams, it will be from 6th all the way down to 12th. But right now, the gap, 2 seconds. For Mike Hauser and Matt Morrison, 1.8 now. Well, right now, 23 to go for Hauser. Right now, Joseph Maddox contact with Hadaway. Almost. Disastrous. Joseph Maddox in throwback colors tonight. Very snazzy looking ride, 4 to 6. But right now, another spot to Jackson Hadaway. This is exactly what Jackson wanted. Just to stay in front of Hunter. Because, of course, the points already big enough to where basically Hunter being a must, well, even if he's in a must win next week at Talladega, it's gonna have to go perfect. By perfect I mean Jackson wrecks out early next week at Talladega, and Hunter at least has to finish, just by what I think, in the top 3. Has to finish in the top 3. So that is pretty much Hunter Azell's game plan. Unless something happens again to Jackson tonight. 22 laps to go at the line. Even further down the running order. Let's see, who are we not talking about tonight so far? Right now, Robert Wilhoit, after having contact, could really bring out the first caution, has yet to really recover. Wilhoit right now 15th as we stand, and of course Wilhoit not eligible, or is not going to be able to qualify, I believe, for the playoffs. And right now, trying to get around Jason Williams for the 14th spot. He'll take it. Meanwhile, battle about to ensue. Aaron Stanton has ran down, or is trying to run down, Elijah Fisher for the 3rd spot. Well, see if Stanton can run him down for now. Right on board with Stanton. Right now the gap yet to close at the moment. Right now Stanton through the grass a little bit, no harm, no foul. Well, Stanton pitted that second time under the first caution. Fisher did not. It's an 11 to 14 lap stint. So really, well, the question is, does Stanton take tires? Unfortunately, we do not have that information, but regardless, Stanton's coming. Tyler Stone trying to come in. Will Hoyt, Hendon leader in the pits. Tyler Stone's still hitting Bobby Hadaway for top 5. Right now, Tyler Stone just mentioned it. Stone actually, yeah, he's already on 1 lap down. Joseph Maddox up next. But they have been all chasing this man. Mike Hauser, 20 laps to go, has led every lap so far tonight. Last driver to do that on a road course, Ben Knert and Daytona. Right now, as it stands, Hunter Rozell's moved up into the 11th spot. Right now, 1 spot behind Chris Laota, 2 spots behind Jackson. However, at least 11 seconds gap. Right now, the only thing really for Hunter, played a strategy game. Try to pit, try to figure some kind of strategy out that's gonna enable him to jump over Lyota and Hadaway. And that's the main focus right now. I mean, we can talk about the regular season points coming in. But really, I mean, it's a 39-point gap to Farmer and Fisher. And really, I mean, the regular season points, I mean, that #1 seed coming in will be 15 points. So, yes, kind of important at the same time. One bad race to start with. It'll be pretty much for nothing. As a matter of fact, the points coming into tonight, or the remaining schedule coming into tonight. Talladega, January 26th. Next week, the 10 drivers are determined who will race for a championship over the next 7 weeks after Talladega. February 9th, Kansas, the first race of the playoffs, followed by Charlotte, February 16th. February 23rd, Michigan. March the 2nd, Nashville. March 9th, Richmond. And then the final race to determine the final 4, Darlington, March 16th. And then, of course, March 23rd, the final 4, 156 laps to decide it all. And right now, can Mike Hauser make his claim to return to the Final Four and try to win this championship? Well, three out of the four drivers involved in last year's Final Four. Right now, they run first, third, and seventh. Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Josh Henderson, of course. Shane Haar would end up winning the championship last season after a 9-win season, might I add. Right now, a couple drivers in the pits. Lyota's in, Cannon's in. Here's Stanton as well. Stanton's actually already gone. And that's at the end of a 17-lap stint. So right now, that's just 14 for Lyota. 17 for Lyota, and I believe 14 for Jackson. His strategy is going to be up and down the board. Lyota still taking time in the pits. Jackson's already down and away. Kane Cannon as well. Cannon been in the pits a long time. If I had to keep an updated on Kane Cannon, Bobby Hadaway in this time. Matt Morrison will be in, fading to the bottom. Hauser stays out another lap. Right now, so Morrison comes in. He's the first out of the top three to come in. Christopher Roska in this time. Hayden Williams, well, I believe it's just an off track. No, he's good. Justin Maddox will be in. Nope, Maddox stays out. Well, damn. How long is Mike planning on going here? On a 19-lap run out the stands. Fisher along with him. Ben Kennard also. Right now, Kennard working on Fisher for the second spot. Will Hoyt goes off track, gets out of the way. Ben Kennard up to second. Travis Farmer in this time. $16 to go, and pretty much now just waiting to see when does Hauser come in and who will follow him. Our top, really 5 drivers left who have not made a pit stop. Hauser, Kennard, Fisher, Henderson, on down, Jason Williams, Hunter Azell. They're the last of the ones to have not made a pit stop. Hauser stays out again. One car. Oh, contact! Fisher and Hurt come together. Take a look at that. Really, what in the world happened? Fisher locks it up. What in the name of Mike? A damn fine note. Anyway, back to the live thing. Canard gets away with it. Fisher driving it like it's a sprint car. He's doing everything he can just to try and keep up right now, though. I mean, 15 to go. We might be having Hauser Canard Part 2 when it's all said and done. We'll have to wait and see. Right now we're going to see what does Mike Hauser do. We've been out there for 21 or 20 laps. Soon going to be 21. 20 is the limit. Mike Hauser in this time. Canert in. Fisher's going to stay out. Right now, Hauser in. Ben Canard in. Hot shot. Henderson. He'll stay out. All right. Probably just gets traffic in. Ben Canard, black flag. You had to say something, didn't you? Well, I keep my mouth shut, but they're paying me to talk, so I mean, I really can't. Ben Canard, possible speeding penalty. Mike Hauser down the way, night done for Ben Canard as far as getting the win tonight, unless there's a caution. So Hauser will reblend. He'll come out fifth. Stanton's already made his pit stop. And Morrison, so we're going to see 4 to 1 lap differences here. As Fisher continues to lead. Hot shot Henderson 25 behind him. All right, now we're going to see what does Fisher do. Maybe he'll stay out again. As for Henderson, well, Henderson's in, so that will leave Jason Williams and Elijah Fisher left out onto the racetrack. Right now he's got Jackson right behind him. As it stands, Jackson Hadaway in front of Chris Lahota. Hunter Rozelle 1 lap down in 17th. And I have to think this might be, we'll have to wait and see. Never say never, but this might be the final nail in the coffin for Hunter Rozelle's hopes of making the playoffs. 13 to go. Fisher gonna stay another lap. Hayden Williams and Robert Wilhoit have came together off of the final corner. Hayden's gonna get it rolling. It's been a rough night for both drivers, and it was not gonna get any better. Well, 12 to go. Man, these road courses are long. Fisher finally concedes, and Elijah Fisher in this time. Aaron Stan has gone around. Gets about rolling. So Morrison will take the lead away from Fisher. 11 to go. Mike Hauser has to run him down. 3-lap difference on tires. Fisher still in the pits. Now rolling. Well, this is going to be interesting now. Will Matt Morrison finally break through? Well, right now, further through the field, after now pit stops are finally over with, Jackson Hadaway running in 6th. We're going to update the bubble drivers 6th, 8th, and 17th. Well, guess now it's time for the Inspire Marketing through the field. Right now, Matt Morrison, your leader. Mike Hauser running second, who has dominated the most. So he is going to take the most lap sled. He's going to take the critical 3 bonus points. Aaron Stanton running right behind him in the last podium spot of 3rd. Travis Farmer 4th. Elijah Fisher 5th. Jackson Hadaway running in 6th. Dan Kennert 7th. Chris Loda 8th. Hot Shot Henderson running in 9th. Joseph Maddox in 10th. Gay Cannon right now running the 11th spot. Christopher Rosca in 12th. Chris Laoda. A little bit off track there anyway. Rosca running in 12th. Jason Williams 13th. Hayden Williams 14th. Matter of fact, battle for the 14th spot. Robert Wilhoit gets around Hayden. Hayden battling back. Wilhoit out of shape. Hayden looks to the outside again. On further back, Hunter Rozelle right now running 16th. Goes one down to Mike Hauser. Well, actually, it was already one down to begin with. Tyler Stone 17th. Stone off the... Got onto the grass there a little bit. Ryan Hendenleiter running 18th. Stephen Henning Jr. running 19th. Bobby Hadaway out of the race, done for the night. Transmission issues plaguing the 88. Well, 9 to go. They got 12.4 seconds. Elite Motorsports own Matt Morrison leading the way. Gonna be 9 to go next time by. I ain't got my pit reporter right now. All right, he's on the track at the moment. Stephen Henning Jr. in the pits. That'll be night done for Henning. We'll have to wait and see. All right, now Morrison, the gap 13. He's got a bunch of traffic in front of him. Well, yep, Stephen Henning done for the night. 7 to go for Morrison. The gap Now down to 12.7. Well, the lap traffic is what's going to hurt Morrison. If he can get through him, he'll be fine. Gap now 11.6. Hauser's coming. The thing about it is, does he have enough time to eat into 11 points, or does he have time to eat into 10 seconds, 10 laps? God, man, he is coming, son. That gap opens back up to 11. Right now the gap back to 10. Pretty much let's look at Mike Hauser's. Look at the last couple of laps here for Hauser. From Morrison to Hauser, and there it is. So Hauser faster on lap 25, 26 Morrison, 27 and 29. 2.9 seconds faster that lap. I think the tires are starting to play a factor. Elijah Fisher up to third. Oh, Roscoe Horn into the wall. This was our contact. No, Roscoe just lost it. Right now, Fisher coming 5 laps, 8 lap tires for Mike Hauser. They still got to go 11. Still got 11 seconds and 5 laps to deal with it. They're gonna be there. There's the 10 seconds. No, that's Jason Williams. Hauser's just coming off the turn, down for the last corner now. 5 to go. Morrison's better through the first half. We're seeing that right now. Better through the first half. Thing about it is Hauser better through the second and third stint. Gonna find out. Well, right now, Kate Cannon off the track a little bit. Right now, with no traffic, Morrison appears to be slightly faster. No, not through this section. 37.9, Sector 2 for Morrison. $37.2 for Mike Hauser. Yeah, but Hauser gave up just about a whole second the first section. So if Mike can figure out Section 1, he might have a chance there. He's got 4 laps to figure it out. Across the line, 37.3 at 143.861. Hauser at 7.06. So Hauser definitely faster, but here's Morrison's sweet spot. only bad thing is he's got a Falcon Motorsports car directly in front of him and Joseph Maddox. Gonna see how this plays out. Well, the gap's slowly coming. Yeah, but now he's gotten around. Morrison got around Maddox. He's good. Now the question is, he does not have anybody else in front of him. 3 laps to go. Is it Matt Morrison's day? It'll be a long time coming if it's not. Or if it is. We'll have to wait and find out. Huh? Right now, reiterate the drivers who are on that bubble, so to speak. Jackson Hadaway 7th, Lauda 9th, Hunter Azell and Tyler Stone 15th and 16th. That's going to be exactly what Jackson Hadaway needed if he can survive in 7th just a little while longer. Robert Wilhoit, meatball flag. What has happened to Robert Wilhoit? He is smoking. Tells me that something's happened prior to this. Don't think so. I think you just blow it up. I'm not sure what in the world's happened to Robert Wilhoit. Just engine expires. So mechanical failures plague the 22. Right now the gap back to 10.8 seconds for Matt Morrison. Well, this is it. White flag. 1 lap to go for Morrison. The gap, 10.4. It's going to come down to a mistake by Morrison. Unless Mike Hauser has been saving some, and well, he's coming. Still one car smoking is Robert Wilhoit. Wilhoit's going to try to finish it. All right. 2 more corners to go. Matt Morrison off of the final corner. Morrison will break through and get his first win in the Inspire Cup Series. Bowser second, Fisher third. Stanton, Farmer, your top 5. Ben Knurt comes back to 6. Jackson, Hotshot, Lyota, and Maddox, your top 10. Thought there was a rule about junking the cars after the race. Matt Morrison finally knocks the door down. Can't get a word with him. Matt Morrison been a damn long time coming, ain't
Hell yeah, Garrett.
it?
Can't believe that, huh?
not at this track, I can't. Take me through the night. Of course, a lot of drivers started coming in early. Really, did you expect the strategy to work with about 4 lap difference in the tire between Mike Hauser and obviously Fisher coming? Did you expect it to work?
Yeah, that was the plan the whole time.
Oh, well, I'll be damned.
It helped a lot that Aaron took him out, for sure. But I mean, other than that, like, I was on the fence whether or not I was even going to beat him out of the pits. But when I did, I seen the gap that was only like probably 4 or 5 seconds, and he had like 5 lap fresher tires. So, yeah, it was going to be bleak. But, I mean, can't believe I won that, though. That's pretty impressive, huh?
That's pretty good. Take me through the night. How much were tires starting to play a factor? Was there much tire wear? Or was it pretty much, as long as you didn't abuse them, they would last the whole run?
Yeah, I bet if you didn't abuse them, they would last, but I didn't. Wasn't easy on mine. I think towards the end of like the lap, the fronts would go pretty quick. The rears actually stayed well. The fronts were gone. Probably just because I don't turn right. Like, what am I doing? Why am I in victory lane on a road course? What the heck?
Yeah, how the hell is Ben Knurt not in victory lane right now?
Right? Yeah, like, I mean, dude started on pole, had the packet loss thing. I thought for sure it's like, well, he's still gonna come up and pass us all, surely. But yeah, I don't know. I can't drive road courses, so I was abusing the crap out of my stuff. I wasn't saving nothing. But somehow it worked. This track's a little goofy for me. I don't like it too much. But it I didn't even think I was gonna race today because I didn't own this track until like 10 minutes before we went live. So I didn't decide until about yeah, I didn't decide until about 4 o'clock. I was like, you know what, I'll buy the track and race it, because up until then I was like, nah, I ain't doing this. But yeah, cool, can't believe it.
Well, buddy, a hell
curse is over.
Yeah, about damn time. And I want to ask you, how hard has it been just to join every Monday night since Texas, where it looked like you had wanted to at Texas, there was like 6 or 7 guys who I felt like could have won. You were one of them. Of course, the incident with Zeb Johnson and Mike Hauser. both you and Hauser kind of an innocent bystander in that. How hard has it been just to try to get up here, race, heartbreak, repeat, all the way up to now? How does this one feel?
Feels justified, to be honest.
Understand.
This is. I was invited here. I didn't just find this league. I was invited here by Aaron. So I didn't come in with the mindset of I got to win every week. It's here to have fun with friends, race these cool looking cars because I hate the next gen car. These are the best NASCAR cars ever, hands down. So just to get to race these cars every week is really fun. I wish I could race them longer most weeks, but yeah, just it's a grind. You can't give up. That's the thing. I've been down, but I've never been out. So just keeping the grind going. Everyone's saying that, everyone in the group's like, hey, just keep trying, keep going. We feel bad that you're getting wrecked out every week, but keep coming back. So I never once thought about leaving. I was like, well, it is what it is. The luck's got to turn around some point, right? And it finally has.
Well, buddy, it was a hell of a job. Matter of fact, I think I get on the phone with your boss man over at Elite Motorsports, finally telling you broke through.
Oh, I bet if he's not watching, I tell him I won, he's gonna go, well, did nobody else show up? Like, what happened? So I'm like, I was the only one there. I don't know.
Well, buddy, last question I got for you before I let you head out of here. Is there anybody you want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Well, I gotta start, as always, I gotta thank you, Garrett, for putting this on. Without you, there is no race to watch for me the next day. So thank you for putting this on. Thanks to Elijah and all the other admins at Inspired for putting this league on. It's super fun to race here. We're racing great cars, going to some of the weirdest freaking tracks on the schedule, but it is what it is. Gotta thank, obviously, David McCullough, everyone at Elite Motorsports for him coming on to me, reaching out to me and want to be part of his team. That means a lot. So glad to put Elite Motorsports on top. I gotta thank my wife. I gotta thank my kids. I gotta thank my mom. I gotta thank Aaron for sending me the invite to even come here. So big thanks to everybody that's in the league, everyone that raced tonight. I appreciate it so much. So thank you, everybody.
All right, buddy. For Matt Morrison, the drought is over. Finally breaks through and takes the win in Fuji. Now let's go back to our neck of the woods.
Yeah, let's get out of this place.
Yeah,
the food sucks.
Appreciate your time, buddy. Hell of a job.
Thanks, Garrett. See you next week.
Yep. We're going to go 2 in a row next week, Talladega. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yep. What's going on, Garrett?
Well, one spot short of sweeping to it. We're getting 2 wins on road courses. Take me through the night for Mike Hauser. Were you trying to catch? Did you feel like you had something for Matt Morrison, or really just take me through the strategy game in the night?
Yeah, honestly, well, first of all, feel awful that Ben kind of had the issue he had, like he disconnected and kind of had to start from the pits. So, I mean, it took a little bit of stress off my shoulders to start the race. And that whole first run, I was just managing. Like, I knew I could go faster, but I wanted to manage. And Matt did a really good job, kind of like staying close enough to where if I did make a mistake, he'd be able to pounce on me. But I felt like I kind of I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I thought I kind of want to run longer and have the better tires at the end. And I felt like that strategy worked. I mean, if I went a lap earlier, I'd be in front of them, but it is what it is. But like I said, I came out and I was like literally like they were right in front of me, Matt and Aaron. So I thought, all right, I think I'm still in a good position here to win. I got by Aaron there, and I knew it was going to be tough to get by Matt, and Aaron just made a mistake, got into me, but it wasn't intentional. He gave the spot right back up, and we talked it over. So after that point, I didn't want to make an aggressive mistake after having that happen. I didn't want to throw what could still be a good race out the window, and so I didn't really want to push the car too far. So I just babied it to the end, and like I said, even if that didn't happen with Aaron, it still would have been really tough to get by Matt. He's really good, really consistent. He's a hell of a driver, so just want to give a huge shout out to him for the win there. Glad it worked out for him. Even if we didn't win, and it stings that we didn't, still a great points day. We led the most laps, so I think that's going to be a really good points day, and with Colton missing, hopefully he gets us closer to third even, and having a points cushion there going into the playoffs. So all in all, not an awful day. Could have been a little better with another win sticker on the car, but like I said, you got to take what you get and maximize points. So that's what we did, I guess.
Well, Mike Hauser, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got, because it's getting late here. Is there anybody you want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, just want to thank teammates at Falcon Motorsports. We were all up in the top 5 there for a minute, and that was pretty awesome. So we've definitely brought the horsepower to Fuji, and we're getting our road course program way better. Want to thank you for doing the broadcast as always, and just want to thank anyone watching at home and everyone for showing up. I know road courses aren't really their cup of tea, but I've been having a blast on them lately, so I really appreciate that.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job. Mike Hauser comes home second tonight.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yep. Last but not least, Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, just take me through the night for the 16 team. Did you think the strategy was going to work?
For a little bit, I mean, felt like maybe something could work out. I definitely think I stayed out a little bit too long, but I was looking to get the points for leading the lap there, and ultimately, I mean, I didn't think I was going to be, at the same speed as everybody else, so I just kind of felt like, once I saw everyone go into pit road, it was just about trying to get that, like I said, that extra lap led, and see if we could maybe come back with fresher tires, and maybe they'd be battling and we get more time.
My buddy, of course, did not pan out that way. How would you summarize the night for the first Cup Series race at Fuji? Went better than the last time we were at this place, I'd say.
Yeah, it was actually really good. I mean, a pretty good race. I mean, we had the couple of spinners, we had a couple interesting moments, but yeah, I think all in all, it was a pretty good race, and I think there's always a possibility it comes back up on there again, and yeah, we'll just have to see what happens there.
Well, buddy, last question I got for you before I let you head out here tonight. Is there anybody who want to thank, friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, obviously, I got to thank you for putting on the broadcast, and everybody back at the admin side of things for inspired to make it happen. I got to thank all the fans for watching, Teresa, all you guys, and yeah, we'll be looking forward to Talladega next week, regular season finale.
All right, buddy. For Elijah Fisher, we'll come home third and 9 and extend the points gap over Travis Farmer. Appreciate your time. Hell of a job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, man, I'm tired. Anyway. Last road course for the Cup Series. Hallelujah. Final results for tonight. Go as followed. Matt Morrison, your winner. Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Aaron Stant, Travis Farmer, your top 5. Ben Kennert, Jackson Hadaway, Josh Harrison, Chris Lota, Joseph Maddox, the top 10. Kane Cannon, Jason Williams, Hayden Williams, Hunter Rozelle, and Christopher Roscoe will come on 15th. Taylor Stone, Ryan Hendon leader, Robert Wilhoit, your top 18. Rounding out the field tonight, Stephen Henning Jr. and Bobby Hadaway. With that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight. Next week, we finally return to my cup of tea. And I think for a lot of drivers, their cup of tea as well. Few of them anyway. And that will be at Talladega, regular season finale. Next week, we find out who is going to be in the playoffs, who is not. Until then, take it easy. Have a good night. And I'll see you Saturday for the Thunder Series.